It has finally stopped raining in northern Colorado. Today I'll be showing you how to make a few minor adjustments on your 450 MT to better suit you as a rider. Almost all of these adjustments can be done with the toolkit provided underneath your rear seat. We will be going over how to get rid of the slop in your throttle, adjustment to the handlebar position, adjustment to the brake and clutch lever, how to use your key to make adjustments to the front suspension, how to adjust your rear suspension, as well as shifter and brake pedal. Let's get into it. To get to your toolkit, you need to pop off the rear seat, use your key, twist, you should hear it click, and just pull that right off. Toolkit is in the rear. It's held down by these little rubber kind of straps. I don't really like how they come all the way off, but it is what it is. Here's your toolkit. Get these out. Spanner wrench, a couple wrenches, a couple of Allens. Now to adjust the handlebars, you will need a 6mm Allen as well. It does not come in the toolkit. Let's start with the throttle adjustment. Get rid of some of the slop. You will need your 10 and 8mm wrench. We will be adjusting the upper cable. You'll need to pull this little rubber piece off. Should slide off just like that. This is going to be your 10mm, and this is going to be your 8mm. So we want to do this nut right here. That's your locking nut. We will have to loosen that. And what I like to do is just hold the throttle, and you will get a feel for which way you have to go with this. So towards me, it's pulling it back. That's the way we want to go. You can see my thumb slightly moving back. Now this is all personal preference. So it's getting tighter. There's barely any. Actually, that's nice right there. So once you have that adjusted to your preference, go ahead and lock this up. Now we don't want this one to spin. I have to grab another 8mm just so I can hold this and use the locking nut to fasten it correctly. So I'm moving towards and holding this one. Just go at them opposites, and that should be good. Doesn't need anything crazy torque wise. Go ahead and pull this rubber piece back on. No more slop in the throttle. I should have done this when I first got the bike. Mine has almost 2,000 miles on it currently. By the way, you do not need the bike off the ground like this on a lift. I'm just doing that to better showcase what I'll be doing on this side of the bike with the shifter lever. Now, handlebars. I went ahead and replaced the bolts holding down the clamps, because I don't know what it is, but the ones that came with the bike, they're just crap. Absolute crap. Here's the original on the bike. Just some kind of cheap metal for sure. I went ahead and replaced them with these stainless steel ones from Ace Hardware. On my first ride with the bike, I did not like the position of the handlebars. They were just pitched a little bit too much towards me. I wanted them up more. So what you have to do is loosen these bolts. This is the 6mm Allen. Carefully, don't scratch your tank. Now, I do recommend, instead of doing all this adjustment stuff, definitely spend some seat time on your bike, because how do you know what good feels like if you don't know what bad feels like? Do those 3 loose. I'm going to go slow with this and see if it... There we go. Don't go crazy loose, it's going to drop on you. Once those are loose, you can adjust them to your liking. And then go ahead and tighten down. These are clamps, so I like to tighten the top ones first, and then I'll crank down the bottom. Well, now that you move the handlebar position, your mirrors, as well as your brake and clutch lever, will be in a different position. Have no fear, this comes in the toolkit, very easy to adjust. I'm not sure the size of this Allen, but it's a small one. So, how do we do that? We loosen this clamp right here. Once the small Allen here is loose, you can move it up and down. This needs to come loose as well. Just a tiny bit. Now, you can move this up and down. My personal preference, I like to have the brake lever and the clutch lever at a little bit of an angle. So depending on what you like, adjust it to where you want it. Let's go ahead and move to the clutch side. Very similar. This will be that small Allen once again. This side is a little bit tricky because of where the high beam indicator is. If you adjust it wrong, you're gonna hit it. I found that out real quick, not even thinking about it for the first time. Underneath here on your control for the TFT display, horn, turn signals, there's a little tab that keeps this in place. Well, I removed that so I could pivot it up and down. Now I do need to retighten this a little bit. You may have noticed I did move in my rear view mirror a little bit more to the inside of the handlebar. This way I have a little bit more leverage when I'm pulling on the clutch. I did that on the brake side as well. I'll go ahead and show you where the tab is located on here, because if you are adjusting the handlebars, most likely you'll readjust the mirror and you're going to be hitting that high beam switch. So it's 2 Allen screws underneath here. This is where the little tab is, and it simply goes into the handlebar, and you can't pivot this front to rear. Do this if you want, up to you. I'm at the left side of the bike, and this is how you adjust your shifter lever. All personal preference, I like it a little bit higher than the peg. You don't need a ruler for this necessarily, just something like a wrench to get an idea of where flush is with the peg and the lever here. It's a little bit higher than the peg. I even might go a little bit more. It's actually okay, but I'll show you how to adjust this to your personal preference. Now, I like a little bit higher just because it's easier to get my boots underneath and shift up. Very similar to what we were doing with the throttle adjustment. It's gonna be the 10 mil. You unlock these all the way out, and we'll go ahead and put a ruler down, and you will see how it adjusts. So right, gonna move up, left is gonna move down. Now if for some reason this is just all out of whack, you're not getting it to where you want, you can loosen this nut up here. So you can adjust this guy by moving up a tooth, down a tooth, and then adjusting. I'm gonna put it back, I'm gonna tighten everything up. So same deal, once you find that position that you like, go ahead and hold this steady, lock these nuts back up. Nice and snug. I'll see you at the other side, we're gonna adjust the brake. Use the larger Allen in your toolkit. Go ahead and take off this plastic cover. It won't pull straight off. Push up. Got this little hook up here to hold it. Now, 10 mil. Loosen the locking nut. Go ahead and go all the way up with it. I already have the brake pedal to where I like it, a little bit higher up. But as we can see, if I have this like so, all you have to do is twist just like you did with the gear shifter. If we spin to the right, you can see the ruler going down. There is flush with the peg. I'm going to go back up. So as we spin to the right, it's going up. I'm going to sit right there. Go ahead and spin that locking nut back down. Same thing, nice and snug. Don't have to go too crazy with it. I'll throw the cover back on. Really cool trick with your key. This doubles as a flathead, and you can adjust the clicks on your front suspension. Nice job, CF Moto. Now for the rear preload, I found that the spanner wrench, it's just too difficult to move these locking collars with it. So old school way, flathead, hammer. Just be very careful if you're not comfortable adjusting the spring this way, have a buddy help you, because you can scratch up the rear shock, and it's just not my favorite, but that's the only way I found to work adjusting this. And for the dampening, pretty simple. Down below, this should be set to 10 clicks. There's 20 clicks total. I am actually all the way out 2 in on mine. Suspension settings are set 10 clicks, or they're supposed to be from factory. You can always double check that. I am set 2 clicks in all the way around on the suspension. Like I said, ride the bike, get a feel for it, then start messing around with it. A couple great ways to support the channel. You can use my Rocky Mountain ATVMC link in the description box below. It will take you to my top picks page. Anything you buy off of that page or off the website will give me a small kickback, as well as the Westwind Moto soft bags. I have a discount code AT15. I'll throw a link down to these bags down below. These are great for the 450 MT because you can get these rear racks specifically made for the bags, which are fantastic. Plenty of room for your moto camping gear. Solid bags, I highly recommend them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one.